Good afternoon. This is Susan, and this is Susan's Ramblings. Today I have some recipes for you. I started looking out for my corn cob recipes, my soup, and my jelly. And while I was looking for them, I found these recipes that I thought you might be interested in. These recipes that I'm going to give you first come from my cookbook that I published, I don't know, 2-3 years ago, something like that. And once I set up my PayPal payment, you will be able to buy the cookbook along with dishcloths, homemade, home knitted dishcloths, scarves, caps, that kind of thing, okay? Grubbies, all handmade and hand knitted. But anyway, and I'm working on my second cookbook, but it's going kind of slow. I was hoping for Christmas. I'm hoping for a Christmas, being published by Christmas time, but we'll have to see. Alright, zucchini jam, and we all have zucchini, or most of us do. Generally, it's not zucchini that's running out of our use. But I understand this year's, everybody's having problems with their garden. It's too hot, and it dries out, and they have to water it constantly. Even if you water it, and you water it, and you water it, it still has damage to it. Or you'll be like us in our little corner of the world, where we actually have too much rain. It comes in a burst, in a cloud burst. It doesn't come as a nice steady one. It comes boom, and we've got an inch or two. And that doesn't do us any good either. So anyway, that's enough of that. Let's get back to our recipe, should we? Zucchini jam. 6 cups of zucchini, peeled, seeded, and grated. 1 small can of crushed pineapple, undrained. 6 cups of sugar. 1 package of petin, and 2 small packages of apricot jello. Now, if I can't find apricot in my small town, and a lot of times I can't, I will use peach jello. Cook the zucchini on low for an hour. You're going to have some juice there. So you just cook it. If you have to add water to start it, do that, okay? But don't add much, believe me, because the water will come out of the zucchini. Add the pineapple with the juice and bring to a boil. Add your sugar and petin, and yes, it all goes together at the same time. Bring back to a full rolling boil and boil for 6 minutes, stirring constantly, okay? Add the apricot jelly, stir well. Remove from heat, skim your foam. Ladle into hot jars, leaving 1/2 inch headspace. Wipe your rims with vinegar, put on lids, and finger tighten your band. Water bath for 10 minutes. This recipe was given to me by a gentleman who was old as long as I've known him. But he came up with this recipe, and boy, we all love it, okay? The next one we have is, can't find it. Well, here. That's not the one I wanted. Tomato jam. What we got? Got plenty of tomatoes? Hope so, because this is a good recipe and people don't realize tomatoes. Okay? You can fool people. Get more vegetables in them. They don't know what they're eating. Tomato jam. 2 cups of tomatoes, peeled and finely chopped. And remember, save your peelings. Dehydrate them and make tomato powder out of them. 1 small package of raspberry or strawberry jello and 2 cups of sugar. Cook the tomatoes until tender. Add the sugar and bring to a boil. Add jello, mixing well, and bring back to a boil. Skim foam. Ladle into jars, leaving 1/4 inch headspace. Wipe the rims, put on lids, and finger tighten the band. Water bath for 10 minutes. And yes, later on, I will be going over more of these jam recipes. Next one I want to go to right now is the peach and pear honey. You know, you can save all that stuff and put it in the freezer. And that's what I do. And then I save it for a day where it's a little less hectic. I I get it done before Christmas because I like to give it for Christmas present. But it's a lot less hectic in October, November, when the gardens are done. Alright, peach or pear honey. 8 cups of juice from the peeling, 4 cups of sugar. Save all the washed, sound pieces and peelings from the fruit used for sauce, preserves, or pickles. Cover the pear or peach waste with water and cook slowly in a covered saucepan until soft. Pour into a cheesecloth bag and press the bag to remove all the juices, or drip the juice through a jelly bag. Measure the juice. Place the juice in a heavy saucepan and heat. When the juice is boiling vigorously, a hard rolling boil, add the sugar at a ratio of half as much sugar as juice. In other words, 1 part of sugar to 2 cups of juice. This is 8 cups of juice, so you would have 4 cups of sugar. Boil rapidly until it reaches the consistency of honey. Pour in the hot jars, leaving 1/4 inch headspace. Wipe the rims, put on lids, finger tighten the pan. Process in a boiling hot water bath for 10 minutes. I don't know why I didn't say 4 cups of sugar in there. I did say 4 cups of sugar. Okay? So that's all we do in that. Just water, it's the juice, and sugar. And you have a honey. And you can use it for pancakes, waffles, serve it over ice cream, anything like that. Now we're going to a corn cob soup. Corn cobs, sugar, either white or brown, and vanilla. Place all the corn cobs in a large stock pot. Cover the cobs with water. Bring to a boil. Lower heat and simmer, covered 2 hours. Drain the liquid into a second pot. Strain the liquid to make a soup. You strain the liquid. When you drain it into a second pot, you strain it. Use a sugar. I don't know why I didn't write it in this recipe. That was 2-3 years ago. Who knows what I was thinking? I don't remember what I was thinking yesterday, so that's a problem. But you strain it through cheesecloth again to catch all those little fragments of corn that come out the cob. Add 1 part sugar to 2 parts corn liquid. In other words, if you have 2 cups of liquid, you add 1 cup of sugar and bring to a boil. Boil gently until the mixture has reduced to soup consistency. Add vanilla to taste. Ladle in the hot jars, leaving 1/4 inch headspace. Wipe rims, put on lids, and finger tighten pan. Water bath for 10 minutes. Here's my other recipe. While I was thinking of corn cob soup, corn cob jelly, and I was getting my recipes, I also thought of beet jelly. Beet jelly was manufactured, I guess you call it, as an imitation grape jelly in the Depression. They had plenty of beets, but they didn't have the money to buy grape jelly. And a box of grape jello was cheaper than the jelly. So they made it their own. They called it imitation grape jelly. 3 cups of beet juice, 4 cups of sugar, 1 box of patent, 1 box of grape jello. Clean your beets, add water, and cook the beets. Drain the beets with cheesecloth. Reserve 3 cups of the juice. Add the water if necessary to attain the 3 cups. Place the 3 cups of beet juice in a large saucepan. Add the patent. Drink until dissolved. Bring to a hard rolling boil. Add the sugar all at once, stirring constantly. Bring back to a hard rolling boil. Boil for 1 minute, stirring constantly. Remove from heat. In other words, once you put sugar in, You stir constantly until it's ready to go. Remove from the heat. Add your jello, stirring until it's dissolved. Pour in the hot, sterilized jars. Water bath for 10 minutes. Okay? Now, corn cob jelly. 12 corn cobs, fresh or frozen. There again, this is a busy time of the year, and I don't usually make my jelly or my soup until later on in the fall, after the harvest is done, the gardens are done. So, just cut the corn off it and throw the cobs in the freezer, and you wait until you're ready for the next time. 12 corn cobs, fresh or frozen, 2 quarts of water, 4 cups of sugar, 1 cup of pectin. Place the cobs in the water in a large saucepan. Bring to a boil. Reduce heat and cook at a low boil for 30 minutes. Remove the cobs from the heat. Drain the cobs using a fine sieve or a cheesecloth. I prefer the cheesecloth. Reserve 3 cups of liquid. Add water if necessary to attain the 3 cups. Put liquid in the saucepan. Add pectin and stir until dissolved. Bring to a boil. Add your sugar all at once, stirring constantly, until it reaches a hard rolling boil. Boil for 1 minute, stirring constantly. Remove from the heat. Remove foam if necessary. Place jelly into the jars and water bath for 10 minutes. There you got your corn cob jelly. That's it for today, at least for the recipes. I'm busy dehydrating corn. Yeah, corn's in my dehydrator. What is in your dehydrator? And what have you prepped today? I try to prep something every day. I do prep something every day. Even if I don't, that doesn't mean I go buy things every day. I don't. But right now, it's the harvest. It's dehydrating or canning. Mostly dehydrating right now. Later on, when the tomatoes get really good, later on, when I receive my large quantity of tomatoes, they will be canned. That's an easy thing. So anyway, and jellies are being made. That's all things I've been doing. Dehydrating, period. I've been dehydrating. Our summer camps, art camps, are over tomorrow. We have an open house where they can meet the artists and the children can pick up their projects. Their projects were displayed in the window of our art center for about 6 weeks, and we really had got a good comment on it. So I hope we have a lot of people that come to our open house to talk to the children, so the children can tell them what they did. That's what we want. Anyway, that's what we're aiming for, but that means art camps are over. Yay for this year, at least for this bunch. Yes, we'll have camp coming on probably at Thanksgiving time and at Christmas time. Maybe one Saturday a month. I don't know. I haven't decided on that. That's basically up to me. But we'll see what happens there. Okay, I got to rest up from this one, and I've got some canning to do. Lots of canning to do. Lots of dehydrating to do. And I got lots of projects that I've been putting off because I haven't had the time. So, in fact, I don't know how many pounds of butter in my freezer, in my refrigerator, waiting to bake cheese. And that's something I haven't been, we gotta get done. Period. No question about it. I gotta get potatoes canned. Or dehydrated, one or the other. We gotta have them because the price of potatoes in the stores, $10 for 10 pounds. Come on. I don't know how much I'm paying at farmer's market. I just order and I just pay. That's probably a bad thing to do, but we have got a real good vegetable producer in our town, and he's always treated me fairly, and so I don't worry about it. I know where it came from. I know it's good, and I'll pay the price. There's times when you pay that extra price just to get something good. to get the quality instead of the quantity. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. So what did you prep today? What's in your dehydrator today? We'll find out, won't we? Leave it down in the comments and let me know what you're dehydrating today. What are you prepping today? Have a great day. God bless. Bye-bye.